Ooh.
What up?
Hey up, everybody. It's another Thursday show. I look disheveled, but I managed to get a workout in. So that's nice. That's good. I am back to being able to walk again. Played with some landmines. Not actual landmines blowing me up, was it? Barbell landmines.
Yeah.
Because, that wouldn't have gone well either.
No, it won't. You probably might struggle to walk, but...
This is true. And we must also say happy birthday to our fair Mr. Andrew. It's your birthday. That's all you came from. I was going to sing happy birthday, and I thought, no, because I can't sing.
Good. I'm glad you've spared everyone from that. I'm sure they'll appreciate missing that.
Yes. So, without further ado, let's talk cars. Oh, I have a cat has arrived. Hello, Belly.
Of course. I wouldn't expect anything else.
Interesting thing about this cat dog. Last night he was locked in the front room, so I woke up this morning to him crying to get him out. He then wouldn't leave my side. I walked Bonzo. He cried at the door till I came back. So it woke my missus up. So she texted me like, what the hell has happened to the cat? And then he cried for 2 hours while I was at work. Constantly. And now he won't leave my side again. This cat has issues. He's a lovely cat, but he has issues because he couldn't cuddle up next to me while I slept. That's all Molly for you. Yeah.
There's your update for everyone.
It's been a while since I got update.
Well, it has to be fair.
Yeah. He's not been like doing weird anxiety licking and stuff recently, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yes. Anyway, on to cars, onto the motorsport, onto the.
Do you want to go first?
I shall. So this was a hell of a good weekend. Oh, hello, Malik. Yeah, okay. Thank you. But you just no. Thank you. Two things that I was bothered about this weekend. RallyX Nordic in a final round in Arvika.
That's gone quick, hasn't it? There's only been a few rounds.
Yeah, so they did. I suppose it's technically in 4 weekends. 3 of them were double headers.
Yeah.
And then they've done. So what I can't remember the first round was Denmark, Sweden, Finland. Yeah. And then.
Oh, right. So they did 2 rounds on.
Yeah, 2 rounds on weekend, and then they've come to the final singular round this weekend. Because this also had the Swedish championships as well, which was pretty good. So it was good watching. Andrew Coley was on form, just absolutely talking shit. In case anybody's not seen it yet as well, there was a bit where Coley got Kevin Hansen to ring up Farron, the team like manager type thing, but Yellow Squad. Live on air to tell him he's being filmed and why isn't he in the pits doing the alignment changes and suspension setup, which was awesome. It was really quite good. They kind of pushed a bit more of the outtakes and clips, so it was quite good.
That's good.
But yeah, Arvika, which is basically like I think Kristoffersson literally lives next to the track near enough. So yeah, it was quality. I've realised I don't actually necessarily have many clips from it other than just a quick bit of a roundup, really. Obviously, I've got a full recap up onto the old downforce radio shizzle. But I wonder if there's actually anything while we're looking at RallyX Nordic. So, yeah. It was pretty mental weather, actually, because it was literally dry. Then they went out, the supercars went out to race, and it pissed it down. So it literally just on slicks in rain. And then it went back to dry. Then it pissed it down. Then it was just dried out. Like it was mental rain. So what you kind of got through the qualifiers was all the fastest guys all of a sudden were the slowest time. They were soaking wet. then the slower guys were getting faster time because it dried out by the time they were coming around, or like within 5 minutes. Absolutely mental.
It must have been pretty hot then if you were drying out.
Yeah, like humidity must have been like ridiculous on it, wasn't it? But yeah, it was just absolutely mad. Like it was completely, going up, down here, then everywhere the weather. But it kind of made it interesting because nobody, even Johan wasn't walking away with qualifying, really. There were times where he wasn't top qualifier. He was the top qualifier because it's Johan Kristoffersson. So he's standard. But yeah, so he went in. Obviously, he was at the top of the podium. Gronholm was the only person sort of within striking distance, but Gronholm wasn't there. None of the GRX was. Because our boy, Mr. Rallycross, will be flying out to, when this goes up today, over to Sweden with GRX set team. So you had Kristoffersson and Eid, which are teammates in Worlds, not in Rallycross Nordic. Yeah, because he's doing Kristoffersson's in the polo. And yeah, they just did awesome. What was quite good was that, where was it now in the final? Yeah, so in the final, you had Kristoffersson had just gone out. He won in qualification because he was just that far in the lead now. So I think they were doing the thing, if you didn't compete in the round 7, you were basically just excluded from the championship, which, fair enough.
Makes sense.
Right? Yeah. And I think you can drop around as well, I think.
Okay.
So, that's cool. So, yeah, going in, Kristoffersson, he became champion in qualifying because he was that far ahead. But what it really down to was McConnell and Kallio. And it all came down to the final. So, McConnell, obviously, last weekend, the Rallycross Nordic had a pretty bad weekend. This weekend, he did really, really well. It's quite a funny clip where, obviously, he's... Oh, shit, I've forgotten his name. Guy who runs OMSE. Was absolutely bollocking for something. Don't really know what, because he did really well. I think it might have been in the Joker. He bogged the car down and didn't get a good exit from it. So it might have been just that, because I think he got told on the next one that he better go in flat out, and he just went in flat out on the handbrake. He came second in the final. Like, he did really fucking well. And then you had... Let me have a look at it. Where was it now? Yeah. So he lined up in pole. McConnell joined him on the front row. Then you had Eden Eriksson, Markland, and Evjen. Sorry, I said Kallio. It wasn't Kallio, it was Evjen who was battling. Ignore me. And it was all about McConnell and Evjen coming down into that. And in the end, I think, Kristoffersson came past him. McConnell came in second. And that means Evjen finished 6th, and McConnell came second in the championship by 1 point.
Oh, nice. Very close.
Close, yeah.
That's what you like to see, to be fair, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So, again, I think I just... Obviously, I'm slightly biased towards McConnell being that he's Jamaican, and I love the islands, man. But I think it was awesome seeing his development again. So it's going to be cool to watch him in Nitro.
Yeah.
I reckon, because he's going to go in out there, supercar again, OMSE, and I think that's going to be pretty cool. He's done well in America before, so, see how he goes. And like open 2-wheel drive was just fucking epic, man. That's such a big field. Tiger won the championship. I think, again, he won that in qualifying. He didn't actually get TQ. Thomas Ullman. It was one of the Ullmans, I think, who'd got it. And also, Tiger's dad was racing in a Porsche 911, which was...
That's an interesting choice of rallycross car.
Yeah, man, he did well. I mean, there's been... I can't remember what the guy's called, but there's been a 911 in this season. But Frederick Tiger was, he was rapid in it. I think he won one of the qualifying sessions as well. But yeah, there were a bit in it though where they were coming in to, I think it was like T1. I probably wrote it somewhere in the article. But yeah, I think it was Thomas Oman. He kind of came round, bumped into the car in front, drove up, and had his like front our passenger wheel pretty much in the side window of the other car. I think
it's always bizarre when you see shit like that. And
it
it's
was
like, how
fucking
does this even
mental,
happen?
Yeah, so yeah, Emil Oman topped the standings. Frederick Tiger was in fourth. Yeah, that was it. So it was in the Eric's final. So Everston, I think it's pronounced, rode up Thomas Oman's car. He locked his front wheel onto the side of his car while in air and just drove there for like half of the straight. He got black flagged and disqualified for that shit. But I was just like, how do you do that?
Yeah, how do you get in that situation?
There was another bit which would have been supercars. I haven't saved a bloody photo of it, but there was one where they came off the jump because the tracks, man, in around the rallycross tracks are mental around there. But there's a part where they came off one of the jumps in Arvika, and you had like 3 cars all facing different ways, and it were like, I think you had Markland in a polo facing the wrong way, but he just fucking kept it going and kept on. I think it was Hedstrom who just ended up off in the gravel somewhere fucking miles away. And like one other car, it was just chaos. It was mental. It was just epic.
I suppose that's like the definition of rallycross.
Yeah, it's just
mental.
Yeah, there were more like cross cars getting caught together and flipped over and shit. I need to do it. But I'm just putting it out there.
Good stuff.
Anybody sorry for me, hit me up. I need to do it. But I want to go like.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but no, it was good, man. It was a really good weekend. And there was also.
There was.
WRC Ypres.
So is that in Belgium? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. In fact, because I was saying to you earlier, I was gonna write this up for Downforce, but then I realised I already had previews for this weekend to write up for World Rallycross, and I kind of can't really take on more work at the minute. Sort of just keeping it together. So, but anyway, I was looking at it anyway, obviously for this. So Ypres it's near the where is it now? So it's situated in the West Flanders province of Belgium. Well, it was quite a key part in the World War.
Oh, I know that. That's the only reason I know
that. And the actual.
Still don't know where it is, though.
Do you want me to show you?
Go for it. Why not? Let's have some geography lessons.
Come on. Let's do that. Where maps on Google? Ypres
you
maps.
Just type it in and then press maps.
Oh, there we go. Well, I couldn't see that far, could I? Let's share the screen, son.
Here we go. Some education for you all.
Yeah, man. Here we go. Ypres. So it's there, West Flanders. Yeah. So it's boom, not far from, really close to the French. Yeah, hence why so much in World War One, because you had. Where's the river? There's a river that runs through it. That river there. Mm-hmm. That was like the line, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it was all there. So there you go, people. You don't need school. You just need us. Fuck your school. Don't do that, because you need school. It's important.
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, basically. Don't do kids' drugs.
So somebody crashed into a house, which...
Did. Have you got that picture? Do you want us to put it up?
I haven't indeed got that picture.
Well, while you find it, I'm going to tell you...
There you go.
I love it.
This comment made me laugh quite a bit. Imagine eating lunch and suddenly some WRC driver wants to eat with you.
Okay, now. Old Terry Neuville smashed it this weekend. Funnily enough, right, because he's obviously from Belgium, like the other side of Belgium, I think. But he made his international debut in 2009 at the Ypres Rally in a 207 Super 2000, which crashed. He was sitting in fourth until he retired, but I thought that was pretty cool. Day one. So Tanak basically had to go out and have a good season because he's had a shocker so far, hasn't he? I think he was 2.3 seconds quicker on the opening stage. But then he went later on, he missed the bloody junction. So Breen took over the lead. And
I think I saw a couple like updated, not standings, but standings after each stage. And Green Smith were doing quite well, the English guy.
Yeah, it was.
He were in the top 10, weren't they?
Until day 2, then they started having a problem. But yeah, because I think at one point, well, pretty much throughout the entire rally, you had Hyundai in 1st to 3rd, and then Toyota in 4th to 7th, which was I thought pretty cool. Then you had, let's have a look at this. I thought I had a vid of the crash, but I might not. Is that it? No, it's not. We're just going to show it anyway. Sorry. So, M Sports lad, where is it now? I'm really rubbish at sharing screen, aren't I?
Yeah, it's not prepared.
I'm a simple guy. That's all. But yeah, this is Formo crashing out. Crew's fine. But just look at that. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a fair old crash, isn't it?
And then I think Greensmith also had a bit of a crash on, I want to say stage 4. And then Ogier had a puncture. So he dropped down. Neuville ended up topping. I think he said basically he could go faster, but I don't need to. So I was like, fair enough. In the afternoon, it was I think it was repeat sort of stages in the afternoon. So Rovanperä, I think, came up to 4th, and he was leading the Toyota pack. And stage 8 got cancelled. So, yeah, Neuville won all 3 afternoon stages, and I think he led by about 7.6 seconds over Breen. And then he went into day 2. Breen then smashed out the opening stage, so he cut it down to 4.8 second lead, but he got stuck behind Tanak, who had a puncture. So, and he said he wasn't even, while he wasn't behind him that much at first, he was still getting all the crap that Tanak was throwing up. And then you saw finally Tanak was able to pull over and let him pass. So it would have been interesting if he'd got a proper free run there, how much he could have closed on him. And then you got Lubier in the Hyundai slid into a ditch. They couldn't get him out, but I came across this of fans being fans. Just look at that. Cool's that, man? So they managed to get this dude out, but they couldn't get Lubier out. But just
yeah, man. That's mental, isn't it?
Yeah, so fucking cool. Love it. Katsuta had a massive crash on stage 10, which I think is this. Yeah, I mean, he was okay. But he just, I don't even know what he kind of clips like. He seemed to be
violently spun, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if he just caught something with that rear, maybe. I just
sent it out. Something fell down after it.
Yeah, but I mean, they were fine. He was, I a standing co-driver, but he's also with him on the next round. So he's obviously, you can kind of see how he steps the car out, doesn't it?
Yeah, that pole falls down.
Pole out. There'll be some charges for that, I'm sure. Yeah, so he got red flagged, probably because the pole were down power lines. So that makes sense now as to why it got red flagged. And then Ogier, I think, was already on the course, so we got a nominal time, which bit of a shame, I think, really. But then I think it was on the afternoon of that, Greensmith's intercom went down, so they ended up doing hand signals for the co-driving, which fair play. He kept as good as he did. Evans got up into third, and he won stage 11, but he was about 40 seconds off Breen and Neuville. And then Ogier went into the afternoon then and finally got back on form and won stage 13, but he was still sat in about 5th. And then Neuville just went, okay, I need to go faster. So he just started going faster. So, yeah, I think in the end, the Toyotas, Ogier, Evans, and Rovanperä were 4.3 seconds between them all. Neuville was about 10 seconds in the lead. And I think after 16 stages of the first 2 days, the Hyundais have won 12 of them, which is just like ridiculous dominance, I think. And then, you got the 4 stages then for day 3 and a stage at Spa. Rovanperä won that one. Ogier got another puncture. And then stage 18, I thought was so cool, man. It went up is it the Orange?
Yeah.
And then they went onto the rallycross track.
Yeah.
Tanak won it. He did really, really well in it. Finally had a good day, but he was saying afterwards, like, it was a bucket list to sort of drive this, but he just needs another 500 horsepower and 4 more gears.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, fair enough. I think this is look at that. Oh, man. So much action was going on this flipping this rally. But yeah, so in the end, Rovanperä managed to get up to 3rd, Breen got 2nd, and Neuville was in 1st place. So yeah, man, they've done well. So Ogier is still up at the top, I think, from memory. Quick look at the standings because I actually can't remember. I'm pretty sure Ogier is still at the top. He's got a fair lead. And I think Evans is still 2nd. Where is WRC teams and drivers? That's not the one I wanted. Is it the one I wanted? It's not the one I wanted, mate. WRC standings, there we go. So, yeah, Ogier's still at the lead. He's still got like a 38-point lead. Evans is next. Neuville's now tied with Evans, though. So they're pretty neck and neck going. You've only got... ain't got many stages left.
Rallies.
And then Rovanperä's got 25 points down. So I think Ogier, I know obviously he might be retiring at the end of this, but he's looking certain for another win. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, it was a good weekend. What's going on?
There was also talking cars on.
There is.
At Knockhill.
We'll have a quick look through with that, and then we'll end it, and then some carry chat-ons for Saturday. Yeah.
So it were quite cold by the looks of it, and they were very foggy, so it actually got delayed a bit, I think.
Oh, right, yeah. Fair enough.
Then fog lifted and we're all good to go. There were quite a lot of crashes again, not just in touring cars, in all supporting races.
Right.
So Paul O'Neill were having a bit of a rant again about driving standards. They're just poor at the minute.
Yeah. Was it just bad driving, bad moves being put in?
Yeah, I mean, it got better towards like halfway through the day. There wasn't as much. It's just questionable stuff, isn't it? Where not to put your car there, kind of thing. But then there were a lot of equally good driving shown. So Turkington won, first one from pole. They were on set to win second race as well. But Sutton caught him up, and on last lap he dipped his rear into gravel and went wide. Good for him. But the first win in that first race, that meant that WSR have got 100 wins now. So that's something.
That's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah. And then I can't remember who won the third race. But now, so Sutton's still in lead. 172 points. Ingram's in second. Ingram were a bit quiet. He won last race, but up until last race, he was like just pretty quiet. Nothing. He didn't really do much. Senna Procter's been doing really well though. He got second in qualifying.
Well, he did well last round, didn't
he? Yeah, he was there or thereabouts like every race. In Type R with BTC racing. So Ingram's in second in championship, 158, and then Turkington's in third now with 138. So he's caught up a bit.
Yeah, I mean Sutton's looking like the man to beat, isn't
he? Yeah, I can't see him not winning. He's stupidly quick, isn't he? So
yeah. I suppose he's one, isn't he? 'Cause he's a very aggressive racer. But sometimes you're thinking he's too much, but then he don't have to pull off some.
I think he's calmed down a lot over not just last year, the year before he was mental, but last year he proved that he has got the capability to do it again. And he's only, I think he's 26, I think he's my age.
I don't.
Yeah, so it's got a fair few years if he keeps doing it to ripe old age of play.
Yeah.
I'll have a quick Google. No, 27, sorry, a year older than me.
Still good age, so still plenty of years left for racing.
Yes, quite a lot.
Very nice.
So yeah,
excited.
We shall end there.
Yes, we shall. So what was your guys' favourite bit this weekend? Was it Andrew Coley smashing out some sour fermented fish, or the mental rallying bit of Sutton on the last lap? I even forgot what the word was then for that. Let us know. Let us know, peeps. And that's it. And we'll see you
Saturday.
Yes, we will. We'll be having another chat on Saturday because I haven't done anything for a vlog. Basically.
Indeed.
My bad.
Catch you later.
See you later, all.
See you.